Well, greetings and grand rising, everyone. Now we have our light. Welcome to our 30-day challenge of the Surya Namaskar, or 108 sun salutations, where we have been doing 108 sun salutation movements for the last 20, what am I saying? The last 23, 22 days, because today is day 23. And we have a few more days to go before we reach our goal of 30. Now, today, I want us to continue with what we discussed yesterday, which is our practice of visualization. So, visualizing the flow of energy into your body. And this is going to be unique to you simply because your breath work and maybe how your sight works or your insight works, the areas of your body that needs the energy the most, that's where it's going to flow to, or that's rather where you want it to flow to. So give yourself that ability to sort of make it your own in terms of your energetic flow and how you are processing the sun's energy or the gift of the celestial energy. So we're going to continue with that visualization exercise today as we go through our movements. Now, as I always start with the instructions for the moves that we will do. So I am doing a modified move as well as the full out movement. So you can follow along with me, but because we've been at this for 23 days, you can just go ahead and start, going through your movements as I'm in the background chatting it up. Remember, have your counters here. As I use my crystals and gemstones, you may use whatever items you would like to use to keep count so that you don't lose your place when you get into like number 40s and 50s. Inhale as you raise your arms up. And we're going to take this slow. We have to stretch our muscles, get our bodies warm. And forward fold, flat back. Exhale as you're going down. You're going to put your hands flat on your mat, slightly above your feet if you can't get them next to your feet. You're going to bend those knees slightly. Step back first with the right foot as far as you can comfortably. Slowly bring that right knee down to your mat. So your left leg is at a 90-degree angle. You're going to hold your breath and take the left foot back and bring that left knee to meet the right knee. And now we are on our knees and hands, and I want you to go into a plank. Engage that core in order to help to keep your body aligned. Slowly bring those knees to your mat. And here, we want to go into our cat pose. So you're going to take your spine as close to the ceiling as you can. And this would be an exhale. So when you're moving a bit quicker, you want to inhale an inverted spine. So your eyes are facing forward now. And then you would take your eyes to your mat at neutral spine. So this could be an exhale for you, depending upon how quick you're moving through this movement. Now we're going to prepare to stand. So you bring your right hand in a little as you're going to bring your right foot up to meet your right hand. Your right foot is at a 90-degree angle, and you want to drive the weight into the right heel as you push from your left leg, or left foot rather. Bring the left foot to meet the right. Now you stand up, your knees are slightly bent, and you want to slowly straighten those as you are in a full forward fold. Stretch your arms out and slowly rise. As you rise, you want your back to be flat, and the best way to get a flat back is to keep that core engaged. And I'm always speaking about the engagement of the core because it is very important to help protect back strains, back injuries. Okay. Arms up, inhale. We're going to go a little bit faster. This is still the modified move. Forward fold, exhale. Hands flat on your mat. Once you get there, your eyes are facing your knees, slightly bend, and step back with the right foot as far as you comfortably can. Slowly bring that right knee down to your mat. Hold your breath. Take your left foot back. Bring that left knee to meet the right. Go into our plank. Engage the core. Bring both knees to your mat. And cat pose. Your eyes are facing your thighs. Inhale, inverted cat, and your eyes are facing forward. You're stretching your abdomen, but it is still engaged, okay? Now your eyes are facing your mat. Slide your right hand in a little, bring that right foot up. Drive the weight into the heel. And slowly straighten those legs. Arms outstretched, and you rise slowly. Now, we're going to go ahead and do our full out movements. So this is about the 12 steps that we originally stated as per the description of the video. Arms up, and you're going to engage the core to go into a slight back bend. Move to your forward fold, exhale. Hands flat on your mat, eyes facing your knees. Bend those knees slightly, step back with the right foot. Slowly bring that right knee down to your mat. Hold your breath, step back with the left foot, and bring the left knee to meet the right. Move into your plank. Slowly drop both knees. And here we're going to take our chest and chin to meet the mat. Your feet and legs will remain in the same spot. Your hips will remain in the same spot at the same level. Your elbows are hugging your body. And now you're going to push up from your hands into an upward dog. The tops of your feet are flat against your mat at this time. Engage the core to protect the back. Now you curl your toes under and you push back into downward dog. Your ears are next to your shoulder. You will feel a slight stretch in your calves. And these are one of those moves that you can hold a bit longer if you want to stretch more. Bring those knees to your mat. Now you're going to slide your right hand in a little as you prepare to stand. Bring the right foot up. Still driving the weight into the right heel. Push off from your left. Knees slightly bent. You're going to straighten those, arms outstretched. And we rise. Finish the move with another slight back bend. All right, and let's continue into the next example. Forward fold. Hands flat on your mat. Slightly bend those knees. Step back with the right foot. Slowly drop that right knee down to your mat. Step back with the left. Bring that left knee to meet the right. And into our plank. Slowly bring both knees to your mat. Bring your chest and chin down. Push up into upward dog. Engage the core. Push back into downward dog. Bring both knees to your mat. Slide your right hand in. Bring the right foot up. Drive the weight into the right heel. And you slowly straighten those legs, arms outstretched as we rise. Slight back bend. And we finish our move. Okay. So those are our two types of movements that you'll be doing throughout this challenge. So I will continue with the modified movements because this is our stretch moment. I want to give my body more time to warm up, to relax into the movements. So you can follow along on your own schedule, your own pace, and whichever move you prefer to do, go ahead and do that. And don't forget your counters, as I sometimes do. And now is the time you can play your favorite music, your solfeggio frequencies, and continue with your visualization exercise of the flow of energy as you are working through your sun salutations this morning. And as often, you'll see me holding positions to stretch more as my body tells me we need to stretch. So I encourage you to stretch, especially during the first set, to increase the body's flexibility as you move throughout the day, or at least continuing these 108 sun salutation moves. And yes, yoga looks different for everyone. It is okay to take your time. All of our bodies are made different. So we're going to move different. We're going to hold pose different. There's no perfect yoga. It's just what's perfect for you. Yes, sometimes we can find ourselves holding tension in certain poses. So work towards releasing that tension. Especially during your stretch moment, because this is the time where you will be focusing the most because you're moving the slowest during this time. So it's easier to check your body when you're moving slow. It's easier to catch those little kinks and hear your body tell you what it needs, what it desires in the moment. And take your time, move slow. So my body is already feeling a lot more flexible than it did during the first movement today. So it does pay off. Give your body time to warm up. Because initially I could not get my hands next to my feet. They were slightly in front of my feet. And that's what we've been seeing throughout this journey. Our bodies are becoming more flexible, more nimble, more cleansed, more restored. And that is our goal, or at least part of our goal. Some of us added additional goals to our journey. And I'll speak about that briefly in a moment. Okay, so that was the first set of 10. So I'll take my break and then end the live in a few. But yes, some of us had different goals or additional goals outside of, um, the cleansing and restoring, such as dedicating more time to a meditative state. So using the 108 sun salutations to enhance their meditation practice. And that is something that you most definitely can do. So, setting these goals are important, not just for our physical, structure, our physical health, but the spiritual health, the energetic health. So if you're not spiritual, then just the body's energy, your aura, what you are attracting to you and what you are repelling. You want to be mindful of what energy is swelling and welling within inside of you. And that is affected by our thoughts. So once you are able to put yourself in a meditative state, you're able to control your thoughts. That is generally or essentially what meditation is, a space where you can put your brain at ease. It's, let's say, our brain is continuously working even when we're asleep. So the only time our brain can get a break is pretty much when we tell it to break, when we tell it to quiet. We have to do that in a conscious state. Now, of course, even if you're, let's say, in surgery or something along those lines, your brain is still working. It is still functioning. It is, high functioning. So you want to put yourself in a place where you say, hey, brain, chill out, no thoughts. And that is done in a state of meditation, which is why we encourage that, because it does wonders for your body to give your brain that space it needs to just chill out for a moment, or at least 5 minutes. If you can't do 30 minutes, but working through the sun salutations puts your body in a movement space for a certain period of time. But as you're moving slow, you're able to sort of take, I guess, a back seat to a lot of the erratic thoughts because you're focusing on a certain thing. You're either focusing on your breath, or like yesterday, we're focusing on visualization. We're not allowing all of the extra thoughts to come in and, what do I have to buy for groceries? What do I have to buy for school? Things like that. Our normal thoughts will be flowing all day, every day. But during this time of sun salutations, we can focus on a certain thing. And once we are tuned into that frequency, your brain can mellow out. So that is one of the goals of some of the participants of this program. And they have been enhancing their meditation practice by doing these movements. So, what are your goals? We have about 7 days left. What is your big picture goal at the end of these 7 days? Write that down and see how close you have come to your goal. Do you need to do another 30-day cycle? What would be your solution if you wanted to continue that goal, or if you wanted to take it to the next step? So mull around on that a bit. Now, if you have any questions, you can always put them in the chat here. You may also contact me via my website at whliam.com. If you'd like to follow along with this journey using your own journal, I have Quantum Soul Alchemy 30 Days of Feeling into Abundance journal available on Amazon.com. So you can purchase that today. I do have the link in the description box below. I also have the link to my website. So if you wanted to have a personal consult to discuss your health and wellness needs, then go ahead and send me a message via the contact me page. Again, my website is whliam.com. So as we say in closing, let us be present, let us be of light, and let us be of love.